My name is Adrien from Bredren. You're watching Scene as Game. I'm here to play at Intaface Bremen. First impressions are really nice. I like the lighting. I like the spots where you can chill a bit. The sound system sounds really nice. I like when there's a lot of bass. I'm really looking forward to playing here. So I think there's several things. First of all, we're always with 3 guys in the studio, so we got a lot of input from different personalities. So this is some kind of inspiration in a certain way. And we started off by listening a lot to the deeper and more minimal genre of drum and bass. Names like Skeptical, Alex Perez. Labels like Dispatch, Exit Recordings, Solar. And a third thing I always love to say is that we produce in a horse stable that we completely renovated into our studio. Some way it gives us a little bit of rest, relaxation, and I'm sure this helps the vibe that we create in the studio. It's special. Like we all live pretty much in the city, and we always get to go to the countryside to make music. So this is definitely has an impact on the sound, I think. Most of the time we try to come together once in a week, and the days we're not together, we listen to drum and bass, to other music. I think we all have different ideas coming into the studio, and we try to blend these ideas. Sometimes one guy has an idea and the other 2 don't, and then we just follow up on that idea and we work it out. But yeah, that's mainly how we work. There's no real structure in how we work. We just we go with the flow a little bit. There's no pressure, like there's no deadlines, there's no pressure. We come together, we follow a certain vibe, and we go for that. Well, we all started with drum and bass, to be honest, 10 years ago. I met Dieter at a DJ contest around that time, and we met there. We got involved. I was never into DJing or was attracted to it, never, me personally. But a friend of mine, he bought him some turntables and started mixing, started buying some vinyl, and he got me into drum and bass. We went to festivals together, and he showed me Chase and Status back in the days, and he showed me some tunes from Pendulum back in the days, and I was like, I need to try this. So I'm just going home at his place and try to play with the vinyl. But at that time, when you don't have the experience to play with vinyl, it's really hard. So you need a teacher in some kind of way. And a few years after that, I met Dieter at a DJ contest. He learned me how to play with vinyl. One of the first records that I remember that I bought was Brooks Brothers. I don't remember the name of the track. It was an old Breakbeat Cows track. I know a lot of people have this one track that made the difference. I don't really have one track that makes this. We listen to a lot of music, and there's so much. It's so hard to give you one track. I'm sorry. At that point, we already had a concept that started off by playing drum and bass with vinyl, and Sebastian producing dubstep under our name that I had with the other friend. He left it, so he stopped DJing, and me and Sebastian were the only ones that were left, so we moved on with the dubstep. But basically, we already started with drum and bass, and we shifted into dubstep. And we did that for a couple of years, 4 or 5 years. And at a certain point, we had enough, and we got into contact with Dieter. I used to play saxophone for 8 years, but that's a long way ago, and I'm not really using what I learned in the music that we use now. Like, maybe I developed a hearing for music and a sense of rhythm and arrangement and stuff like that. But for Dieter and Seb, they don't have a musical background, so So it's just we learned it through trial and error maybe, and maybe just have the feeling for rhythm. I think that's the most important thing in the drum and bass we make is a feeling of rhythm, of flow, and yeah, I don't know, yeah, it's natural, you know, like it's we don't put a lot of theory behind it, you know. Yeah. Like, to be honest, we really don't care about keys and stuff like that. Like, we just, like, we hear if it's not right and we adjust it, but we're not working theoretically with keys or something like that. Because of the music we make is not that melodic as well. It's just bass and drums and a certain vibe, you know. Me personally, I always wanted to play drum and bass, make drum and bass, be involved in drum and bass, and Dieter was the good way out of the dubstep project and to start something new together with Sebastian. So that's how we teamed up and we formed Bredren. And it's basically slang for brothers. It's always hard to find a name, and we were just like, we just connected really good. So it was like the obvious choice to go for an obvious name. And brothers, it doesn't sound that nice. It's not so good in the mouth, you know. So we chose the UK slang, or actually the Jamaican patois slang for brothers, Bredren. It has this meaning that we connected really good and we feel like we're brothers. Like when we started drum and bass, we weren't aware of this, but now there is a drum and bass family in Belgium. And we come together to every party, we know each other very well. There's a real friendly vibe between everyone. I could throw a barbecue next week at my parents' place and invite all the people from all the different cities, and we would have a good time, you know. Even apart from music, you know. Just like we connect, everybody connects. I always think the Belgian crowd is a little bit introvert, so they need to get into the night to really party. So nights really build up slowly. In comparison to, let's say, Netherlands or Germany or France, the room is empty and people come on the dance floor and they start partying directly, you know. In Belgium it's a little bit different. The crowd is good, the crowd reaction is good, but people need to see there's a lot of people, you know, like they're a bit shy. I think they're a bit shy in Belgium. But nevertheless, the vibe is always good when there's enough people. When we used to start, we bought a lot of vinyls that were as well. We bought deep, liquid soul, jump up, a little bit of everything. And now you see this, all these genres are splitting up and forming their own little communities. And I think this will keep on happening. I think it is already happening, and it's like that. Like, we're throwing deep parties, other people in Brussels are throwing jump up, other people are throwing neuro. It's like that. I think that this is how drum and bass is evolving. And I heard now there is a new hype. Well, hype. I don't like to call it that way, but I can't find the proper word for it. But jungle is getting back in the UK. This might come over to Belgium maybe. I think it's really nice. I've never been to the parties in UK yet, so I don't have experience with it. But the last time Spy played a 2-hour set at our Bredren Invites party, he played a half an hour of this 160 jungly breaks, and it was really nice. It went off like hell. I'm not sure how a whole night of this will be, but that was really nice. It was a really nice experience. So you're watching Cines Game. Enjoy. Big up. So my name is Adrien from Bredren. I'm here to play tonight for Intaface in Bremen to push the bass a bit.